I'm not happy with that backhand in the net.
No, he won't be. I mean, it drives him nuts giving away the free points. Something that's been a mark of his career, and particularly of his success recently. We've talked so much about how he makes his opponent earn each and every point. Cheap one there for Tsonga.
Well, when you look at the year that he's had, I mean, it's just been a phenomenal run, hasn't it? Particularly starting in Rome, where he beat world number one Novak Djokovic, and then, of course, reached his first French Open final, losing out to Djokovic there. Then went on an absolute steam, didn't he? Winning in Queens, and his second Wimbledon title, went to the Olympics, won there for the second time as well. Just had a phenomenal second half to the year. And still looks to be improving in every department. He's varied his second serve more. He's been able to free up the first. Oh, curse of the commentators.
If we get a nasty look up here, Animal, that's all yours. But went for an aggressive one. 116-kilometer-hour mark, and that's Steve Kutzer, also known as Speedo, along with Matt Little, responsible for Andy's physical well-being and fitness, and well, what a job those two have done, built on top of the work that Jez Green did with him. One of the finest athletes in the world. It was an awkward return down low, and this court just very sticky, an abrasive surface of the ball, almost if you can imagine a ball landing on Velcro. It's not going forward, and if the feet aren't up there, very easy to be left sort of reaching for it. Murray, who had built a nice lead, is now just probably a touch concerned. And I think, Tsonga's has a great forehand, although he's missed a few to Jamie Delgado, who's been at the helm for so much of his success recently. He does miss more on the back, but I think a lot of it's, for me, shot selection. I mean, that wasn't really the right shot, was it? No,
going for too much there and losing control on the racket face. And had his opportunities there to level the scoreline.
Yeah, back in from a deficit to 7-6 down, and I just don't see the backhand line as a value shot there.
And now he's thrown in the double fault as well, and that hands across a match point to Andy Murray to make his second tiebreak tens final. Because, of course, he finished runner-up last year to Kyle Edmund, losing out 10-7 in that tiebreak. But here's another opportunity. Oh, a good move from Joe Wilfried Tsonga. Didn't really hit the cleanest of forehands. It sort of wrapped round the strings a little bit, that one, but then the attack to the net, putting the pressure on Andy Murray to come up with the goods. And not able to do so on that occasion.
Well, he's such a great athlete, Tsonga. We've talked about Murray, but Tsonga too, so explosive and very capable around the net. The pressure he can put on just by being there, evident with that miss.
And that gets the job done. So Andy Murray is into his second tiebreak tens final. And he'll await the winner of the next matchup between Goran Ivanisevic and Dominic Thiem. So big smiles at the net. I'm sure Joe Wilfried Tsonga feels he gave it his all out there. He certainly posed a few questions, but Andy Murray never in doubt.
Yeah. Excited? Yeah, looking forward to it. Obviously, maybe the level of tennis in that match wasn't so good. Both of us made quite a lot of mistakes, so maybe need to play better in the final.
Thank you, Yannick.
So, as you heard, they're not happy with his performance, but he's into the final. We're into a break.
Dominik, in Kürze geht's los hier mit deinem Semifinale gegen Goran Ivanisevic. Kannst du dich eigentlich noch erinnern, als er gespielt hat?
Sicher, wie er Wimbledon gewonnen hat 2001, glaube ich, war einer der dramatischsten und auch schönsten Momente im Sport überhaupt. Also ich bin natürlich auch vor dem Fernseher gesessen und habe mit ihm mitgefiebert und auf jeden Fall ein absoluter Ausnahmespieler und schaut noch richtig fit aus, obwohl er noch nicht so alt ist.
Goran, Dominik was just saying that he remembers your special victory in Wimbledon 2001 and that you still look very fit. So what's so special and what was special and still is today about Goran's game?
Well, obviously his serve. I mean, it's so accurate and fast still. I'm a little bit scared of it.
Okay, Dominik's a little scared of it. Goran, come to us. Well, what can you say to Dominik?
I think he's, in my opinion, he can be future #1. Definitely Grand Slam champion. Amazing tennis player, great guy. And, you know, I don't know, it's going to be fun. I have nothing to lose. So my body hurts badly. And I need to play 2 more matches. But let's have fun.
Well, all right. So, guys, come up here. All right, we got a few more seconds to go. So, we got some seconds to warm up, to stretch.
Racket, logo. Racket. You won. He serves.
All right, so he serves.
Well, welcome
Great
back to
hand
the
to Goran
second
Ivanisevic.
semi-final of this tiebreak 10s event. And I wouldn't have thought we'd heard that too often. Goran winning the toss and electing to receive. But we've just been hearing the break. They did a short interview and he was singing the praises of Dominik Thiem, saying he thought he could be a future world #1, a future Grand Slam winner. And just for a bit of fun, actually rubbed it in that he was a great guy as well. And I think part of it was just to put a little bit of extra pressure on him. He still fancies a check for $250,000. But I think it's an interesting match because Goran's, he's getting a little older now, but he's been he's stayed in touch with tennis. He plays a little on the Champions Tour. He's hits a lot with his players on the tour now, coaching Thomas Burdick. And I just think with this game style, his game style and Thiem's game style, will get a chance to get into some of these points if he can serve effectively and get a first hit in.
No, I think you're right. I think the only problem for him is he says his body is hurting, and he said it's hurting a lot right now. And I think that the court hasn't really helped him out here tonight. It's just too slow for that serve to really, really get motoring. Although he has had some free points, but I just have a feeling that Dominik Thiem is going to try and make him run a lot in this match. So it's Dominik Thiem, the world #10, up against the former world #2 in Goran Ivanisevic, the oldest man in this event of tiebreak 10s. And awaiting the winner of this match then, Andy Murray. So it's Dominik Thiem to serve.
Onto that quickly enough. Goran, he knew something we didn't know when he chose to receive. But we've seen a number of mistimed forehands. Of course, we have to remember that's a very short warm-up and in and out format of this tiebreak 10s.
One out.
Round parents there, Dominic team.
2-1, Venizevic.
That serve still good, any surface, any generation, any situation, particularly this.
Yeah, that's a clever point from Dominic Thiem, isn't it? Opening up the angles and really going from corner to corner and making Goran run as much as he can. 45 years of age, of course, giving away quite a few years here to Dominic Thiem.
Für mich auch.
Yeah, nicely done. Good speed up to the ball. Nice shot from Goran. If he was going to pull it off, he needed to play just perfectly, giving it way too much air and comfortable in the end. It's changed a little over the years, hasn't it, that backhand? And I think the serve looks very similar. The forehand does, with the backhand just a little bit more abbreviated. And you can see that as Andy Murray did, I'm sure Dominic Thiem would have picked that up. Just trying to give it a bit of height and make him create his own spaces. We get another look at Günther Bresnik, long-term coach of Dominic Thiem.
Well, it's leaking errors all over the place, that backhand. We've seen a couple into the bottom of the net. That one losing control off the strings, leaving the strings pretty quickly. So Dominic Thiem firmly in the driving seat in this semi-final, the second semi-final. And there's that big kicker you talked about earlier this evening. He's used that very effectively on this rather slow, deliberate court that they're playing these tie breaks on. Wow, and really flattened out that one.
You want a challenge for me? It's good. Challenge?
He may as well go for it. I think he's going to challenge it. Well, I think he figures he's pretty well down in this tie break. Might as well go for the challenge, try and halt the momentum here.
For me, the dog.
And in or out, that was a big serve from Dominic Thiem, the biggest we've seen tonight.
Trip to the opticians, I think.
I think he wasn't too convinced himself, to be fair. And that's not going to help matters. Feeling the need to pressurize with that second serve. You're always going to have to cough up a few double faults, but that was costly. Beautifully played. You've seen the penalty for not getting your feet up to that. A couple of guys missing their short forehands, but this really flowed through that ball nicely. There are glimpses of the old Goran every now and again. Seen a few more double faults than we would have normally expected tonight, Annabelle. I do think, I feel like the balls are quick and they're just not, settling into the racket, and and maybe not getting the spin that the players would like at times.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think the balls perhaps aren't even helping the players out here tonight, but still in the lead here, 8-4 in the tiebreak, couple of points away. Almost pushing some of these volleys here. Didn't really do enough with either of the volleys up at the net. Didn't get hold of this one. You can see how much that ball just doesn't come off the strings.
Didn't quite get out in the middle of the racket, and I do think there's tension out here. This is a lot of money for these guys to play for. Oh, he's made it. He's made it. And he deserves that clap from Goran. Spotted he's on top of the net, but not easy to make on the run. Full speed going backwards. Goran very much closed in, and I think for a second he thought he'd just pushed it long, but it's earned him 4 match points. Has to get into that final, take on Andy Murray.
Oh, it's a shame to finish it off with a double fault, but it's Dominic Thiem who goes through to the final for the first time, and of course in front of his home crowd here. So he wins that tiebreak by 10 points to 5, and he will face Andy Murray. But before that, we're going to have a third
Dominic,
place
congratulations for reaching the
Tsonga
final. You're now going to
Ivanovic.
play Andy in the final for $250,000. How do you feel about that?
I hope it's going to be a great finals, and yeah, I think both of us, we want to win badly, and I'm looking forward a lot.
All right, we are too. So all the best. Großen Applaus für Dominic Thiem.
What Goran doesn't know right now, yes, he has to keep on playing. He wants to, okay, let's have a look over here. Come on, Tom. Goran is on crutches. Goran, bad news. You have to play for third.
I know that. Don't tell me. But no substitution.
Maybe-
Somebody wants to play. Please.
Anybody?
How about Thomas?
Thomas?
Yeah, got the right shoes. No, thank you. I think you're going to keep the pain for a while. And good luck.
Well, let's be honest. Between you and Goran, who would win?
Oh, he will, definitely.
Goran will? Is he just pretending?
No, it's not pretending. I'm just not playing enough, and he's a good... you can see, I mean, he's playing awesome tennis. I mean, really have to put our hands together for Goran. Seriously, he's still a good player.
Let's do this. Thank you, guys.
So with me is Joe. Joe, how do you feel about playing against the old guy over there?
Oh, it's a dream.
It's a dream. Why?
Yeah, because he won so many matches in the past. I saw him a few times in front of my TV when I was a kid. And
he's warming up for you?
And no, it's going to be cool. Yeah.
All right, so it's going to be fun.
Thank you.
Cool. So we still got some time here. So, yeah, Goran will warm up more. Joe, but we got some time, guys.
Ja, also die 2 Semifinale sind jetzt vorbei. Jetzt kommt das Spiel um Platz 3 zwischen Goran und Joe. Und dann das Finale Andy Murray gegen Dominic Thiem.
Welcome back to tiebreak 10s. The final we now know will be between world
This
number
is
2 Andy Murray
tiebreak
taking on the
10s
world
here
number
in
10
the Vienna
Dominic
Stadthalle.
Thiem. But
We are
before
through
that,
the
we've got a third and
semi-finals.
fourth place
Yeah,
playoff.
exactly.
The losing
Group stage is over.
semi-finalists, who of course were
Semi-finals is
Joe
behind
Wilfried
us,
Tsonga
and now
and
we're gonna
Goran
play
Ivanovic.
for third and fourth place. And what a third and fourth place is going to be with 2 really great champions.
Yes, we're looking forward to Goran Ivanovic against Joe Wilfried Tsonga, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
So, everything same like the rounds before. I have racket or logo.
Whatever.
Well, we got to
I think
choose.
he's so tired, he's too exhausted even to choose the toss.
I will receive.
All right, Joe will receive. That means
chosen to receive,
service
but in
goes
the
to-
break there,
please give it
Goran
up
was
to
kind of
Goran.
offering his racket around and saying, does anyone want to come out here and take my place? I think he's pretty exhausted, Miles.
Very much so, and added to the fact that they're not playing for anything but pride. And I would imagine this would have far more of an exhibition feel to it. But in the break, a couple of words from Thomas Muster, who was singing Goran's praises, and actually Joe Wilfried Tsonga too, who was just saying, and it's nice to hear from current players how much they respected Goran and enjoyed watching him, and time goes by, but it does have such a phenomenal CV. 22 titles, 27 finals, that Wimbledon,
For this game,
4 Wimbledon
against
finals
Goran,
with
who
1
you
win, of
rooting
course.
for?
They are both for Goran because he's raising his hand.
Okay, Goran is raising his hand, so Dominic is for Goran. Thank you, Dominic.
So you gotta raise your hand, Joe.
Interaction with the players. It's nice to see them in a competitive environment, but maybe slightly more relaxed. And as Goran plays his tricks, Andy Murray sits on one of the bikes courtside and just keeps the blood flowing, keeps the muscles warm, and we've enjoyed this evening immensely, and obviously we hope for a great final. What a chance for these players. Andy Murray, who's playing here this week and chasing that #1 to get some competitive court time in front of a crowd. I mean, couldn't really ask for more.
No, I agree with you. I think it's a great opportunity, and just to get used to these very different conditions from what he would have been playing in Shanghai. So here we go then. 3rd and 4th place playoff. I'm not sure how much running we're going to get from Goran out here in this tie-break, but he's certainly going to try and get some 3 points off serve.
Yeah, and he won't have to if he serves like that. And it's just interesting to watch that serve. Still very, very effective.
And that's the trouble, isn't it? When the legs go a little bit heavy, it's very difficult to push off, get your body behind that ball if you're on the stretch.
Yeah, you're a little bit late to everything, and then you rely on the hand skills.
Just got out of the way of that one. That was quite an awkward return of serve, but he just managed to get the feet out of the way, get the body enough space for that racket head to get through. A few giggles on the sideline. Well, we've seen him take some big risks out here tonight, and I think we're going to see quite a few from that forehand side particularly. And there's, I don't know what you call that shot, Miles. What do you call
That was the old Marcelo Rios. What a beautiful serve. He's hit that spot again. Tsonga just having a little look at the mark and wondering if it's worth a challenge. You can see him edging towards that backhand side.
Oh, not by much. A good tactic there from Tsonga, approaching low to the backhand side here.
Well, he was invited in, wasn't he? Yeah. And, Goran not quite getting the roll on that one to bring it down.
Well, if you're going to jump with both feet off the ground, you've got to try and time it right, haven't you? Sometimes it's worked for him tonight. Sometimes just gets it a little bit wrong.
Tsonga going body, I think just not wanting to give Goran the chance to swing away. hoping to draw the error.
He's challenging the ball, left service line, the ball was called out.
Oh, I'm not sure he's going to get much joy out of this one. I thought this one might have been a long way long. Oh, not sure he's been too successful with his challenges tonight. Definitely in good spirits, though. He's enjoying himself in this formula. It's a formula that sort of suits him, suits his personality. I think Joe Wilfried Tsonga's played too much of that type of tennis.
Well, he's preparing to be the Mansour Barami heir there, isn't he? But, as you said, we expected this, a little more of this with a bit of a dead rubber. The players having a bit of fun.
Six four, Tsonga.
Well, inviting him to go down that.
Tsonga's impression of Goran's stance. I'm not sure we've seen. There's a challenge. You can't miss that court now. Only has. Jonas Bjorkman is probably the best mimicker we've seen.
Got the job done. Well, I think Joe Wilfried Tsonga's being pretty kind out here, isn't he? Doesn't want to move him around too much.
I'm sure the physios back in the training room are looking at Gore and thinking,
got a lot of work to do.
Could be in for a late night, yeah.
Well, he's definitely going to be a bit stiffer in the morning, I think, after the running he's done. Well, I think it's a chance for everybody tonight to witness some of the great shots that Goran had in his repertoire when he was at the top of his game. Certainly seen some big serves out here and a big slashed forehand as well.
Yeah, the serve wouldn't appear to have lost a whole lot. There's still plenty of pace there, and he's shown he can hit the spots. But of course, you know what happens to the players is the body breaks down, the ability to train that you can play the long matches. And as you said, this is probably why a format like this suits him down to the ground. And I'm sure he'll be, as we all are, hoping for more of these tiebreak 10 events. You can get a mixture of some of the newly retired, they're about to be retired.
Yeah, it's a great formula, isn't it? It works across the board. And there's pride for the tour players that certainly don't want to lose to the guys that have retired many years ago. But also a chance to play some of perhaps their great heroes that.
Which is a real bonus for players coming up to get on court, and You know, the likes of Carlos Moya still plays good tennis. I'm sure he plays on the Champions Tour. Would love to be out here. Thomas Johansson, who's training with David Goffin. Seen him hitting balls, and boy, I tell you, that backhand's still in the top 10.
I'm just giving him a few lessons on how to get the ball over the net.
Well, maybe you should listen. It worked for Cilic, for Marin Cilic.
It certainly did. Won him a US Open title. So getting a little bit closer than we might have expected, actually. What a drop shot. Off a return of serve as well. So still got the feel and the touch as Goran Ivanisevic. I'm not sure Joe Wilfried-Tsonga was expecting this one.
Yeah, look at that speed up to the ball. Got out in the middle of the racket, which would frustrate him that he missed it.
Just when he was back on serve, just couldn't resist going for the outright winner off the backhand. So that miss brings about first match point for Joe Wilfried-Tsonga for a third place in this competition.
Left for service.